Are you still saying I will start tomorrow? Be honest with yourself for a second. How many times have you said that and actually meant it? Tomorrow I'll start the gym. Tomorrow I'll fix my life. Tomorrow I'll stop wasting time. But tell me something. How many tomorrows have already passed? And yet, you're still in the same place. Now listen carefully, don't scroll yet. Because what I'm about to say might sound simple, but it's the truth most people avoid their entire life. You ever find yourself lying in bed at night, phone in your hand, just scrolling? TikTok, one video after another, laughing at something you don't even remember a minute later, saying just 5 more minutes, and suddenly it's 1 hour gone, then 2, then suddenly it's late, and you feel that small weight in your chest, that quiet thought, I should have done something today. But then you comfort yourself, tomorrow, and just like that, the cycle resets. Let's go deeper. Imagine this. It's early morning. You wake up. Maybe you had motivation last night. You said, this time I'll change. You even pictured yourself in the gym. Stronger body, better shape, more confidence. You see it clearly in your mind. But then reality hits. The alarm goes off. And instead of getting up, you say it again, tomorrow, and you roll back into comfort. Now look at your life closely. That gym you said you'd start? It's still there. That version of you with discipline? Still waiting. That confidence you admire in others? It was never special. It was built in moments you avoided. Moments where they showed up, even when they didn't feel like it. Especially when they didn't feel like it. Because here's something you need to understand deeply. Motivation is not real. It's temporary. It comes and goes like a feeling. And if you depend on it, you will always stay stuck. The people you admire didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for perfect timing. They moved, even when it was hard, even when they were tired, even when no one was watching. Now imagine this. Same you, same phone, same life, but one small change. Instead of scrolling TikTok for 1 hour, you used that time to train. Instead of saying, I'll start tomorrow, you started today, even if it was messy, even if it was small, even if it was just showing up. Do you understand what that means? It means your entire life begins to shift. Not overnight, but slowly, consistently, undeniably. But here's the part most people don't want to hear. Every time you choose comfort, you are training yourself to stay weak. And every time you choose discipline, you are training yourself to become stronger. So when you say just one more day, you are actually choosing your future, whether you realize it or not. And I need you to stay with me here. Don't scroll, because this is the moment most people quit watching. And that's exactly why most people never change. They listen, but they don't stay long enough to feel it. So stay. Think about this. 1 year from now, you will still be here. But the question is, will you still be the same version of yourself? Or will you finally decide to change? Because time is not waiting for you. It's moving anyway, with or without your permission. And let me be very clear with you. No one is coming to save you. No perfect opportunity is going to appear. No magical motivation is going to hit you one morning and fix everything. It doesn't work like that. It never did. The only thing that changes your life is what you repeatedly do, day after day, even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one is clapping for you. Now let's talk real. That body you admire? It's built in quiet mornings when nobody shows up. That discipline you respect? It's built when you choose the gym over your bed. That confidence? It's built when you stop negotiating with your excuses. And I want you to feel this part, because this is where most people wake up, or ignore it, and stay the same. Every time you say tomorrow, you are not just delaying action. You are delaying your identity. You are telling yourself, I am someone who doesn't start yet. And the longer you believe that, the harder it becomes to change. But here's the truth that can change everything for you. You don't need to become a different person. You just need to act like the person you want to become before you feel like it. That's it. That's the secret. Not easy, but simple. So right now, if you're still watching this, that already says something about you. You're not fully lost. You're just stuck in a cycle of delay, a cycle of comfort, a cycle of tomorrow. But cycles can break, and they break with one decision. Not a big dramatic moment, not a perfect plan, just a choice. Right now. So I want you to do something different after this. Not later, not after scrolling again, not after thinking about it for hours. Now, move your body. Do something small. One push-up, one walk, one decision that proves to yourself that you are not stuck. Because the moment you act, even once, you start breaking the pattern. And listen carefully. This is not about motivation anymore. It never was. This is about who you are becoming. So if this message hit you even a little, don't just treat it like another video. Don't let it disappear into your feed like everything else. Stay around this kind of thinking. Stay around discipline. Stay around consistency. Not because it sounds good, but because your future depends on it. And if you're serious about changing your mindset, staying focused, and becoming the version of yourself you keep imagining, then don't just move on. Stay here, not as a habit, but as a reminder. A reminder that you're done saying tomorrow, and you're finally starting today. In Part 2, How Discipline is Built, Enhanced. Before you skip this, listen. If you stay until the end of this, you're going to understand something most people never do. And it might be the reason you finally stop starting over. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything changes. Not motivation, not inspiration, but discipline. And most people misunderstand discipline completely. They think discipline is something extreme, something only strong people have. But that's not true. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is a system of small decisions repeated daily. Nothing more, nothing magical, just repetition. Let's break it down simply. If you want discipline, you don't start by changing your whole life. You start by changing one small habit you refuse to break. Just one, not 10, not everything. One. For example, you say, I will wake up and not touch my phone for 10 minutes. Or, I will do 5 push-ups every day no matter what. Or, I will go outside for a 10-minute walk even if I don't feel like it. It sounds small, almost useless, but that's the point. Because discipline is not built in big moments. It is built in boring moments you refuse to skip. Now imagine this. Day 1, you do it. Day 2, you don't feel like it, but you still do it. Day 3, your mind starts negotiating. Maybe skip today, but you do it anyway. Day 4, it feels slightly easier. Not because it became fun, but because you started proving something to yourself. And this is the real secret. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. And every time you break a promise, you destroy that trust. That's why most people feel stuck. Not because they lack ability, but because they stop trusting themselves. They say, I'll do it tomorrow. And their brain learns. This person doesn't follow through. Now listen closely. Stay with this part. This is where most people scroll away. And that's exactly why most people never change. Discipline is not built by motivation. Discipline is built by identity repetition. You don't say, I want to be disciplined. You act like a disciplined person in small ways. Even when it doesn't matter. Even when nobody sees it. Now let's bring this into real life. You wake up. Your phone is there. First test of the day. Do you pick it up immediately? Or do you delay it? Even by 5 minutes. That tiny delay is discipline. You don't feel strong doing it. You don't feel changed doing it. But something inside you is shifting. Because you are no longer reacting automatically. You are choosing. And that is where power starts. Now let's go deeper. Because building discipline is not just about doing hard things. It is also about removing easy traps. Like scrolling. Like endless videos. Like just one more episode. Like distractions that feel harmless but steal hours. If you don't control your environment will control you. So discipline also means designing your life so it becomes harder to fail. Keep your phone away when working. Remove distractions from your space. Make good habits easier to start. Make bad habits harder to access. Not through willpower, through structure. Because willpower runs out, but structure stays. Now I want you to understand something important. Discipline feels hard at the beginning. Not because it is impossible, but because your brain is resisting change. Your brain prefers comfort. It prefers predictable reward. That's why scrolling feels easy. That's why starting feels hard. But here is the truth most people miss. The discomfort of discipline is temporary. The regret of not changing is permanent. So every time you feel resistance, that is not a sign to stop. That is a sign you are changing. Now imagine this version of you. 30 days from now. Not perfect, not finished, but different. You show up more. You delay less. You scroll less. And you act more. And you don't even recognize it at first. But others do. Because discipline doesn't announce itself. It shows itself in silence, in consistency, in behavior. And slowly, your life starts moving in a new direction. Not because everything changed overnight, but because you stopped breaking small promises. So don't let this be another video you agree with. And forget, stay around this mindset. Stay around this reminder. Not for me, but for the version of you that's trying to show up. Because the more you come back to this, the less power tomorrow has over you. If you're still here, that means something in you hasn't given up yet. So don't just watch this and disappear. Stay around this message. Be part of this. Subscribe, not for content, but as a decision to keep showing up. And before you go, write this in the comments. I will start. Not for me, for you.